What up, pimps? Alright, I am nobody. You have no idea who I am. And that's cool, because you gotta start somewhere. And I decided, because I'm so stoked about it, the first thing I'm gonna do a video on is the Incredibles 2 official trailer, because I friggin' love that movie as I was growing up. And yeah, it's good. Well, nothing better to start on. So, with that in mind, let's take a look.
Did you wash your hands? With soap? Did you dry them?
Okay, really? All over the egg rolls? And that doesn't trigger you to say anything at all? I kind of feel like as good a job as they did capturing the, angsty, bitchy teenage girl thing they got going on with the sister, she would have said something. And 2.0, 2.0 to this thought, that dude looks creepy as shit. Alright? Blonde hair, blue eyes, like unreasonable facial symmetry, and I don't know. He's definitely not the Flash, but that would be some good fiction. But I'm just gonna say he looks like the kind of dude that, you know, takes small animals behind the shed in his school and does really jacked up things to them. Yeah.
What? Is this all vegetables? Who wanted all vegetables?
I did. So, are we going to talk about it?
Why?
The elephant in the room.
You ever feel like they did a really good job starting to make her look like her mom? And also, these little lines right here. I don't know. I feel like in the first movie, she was just like a teenage girl and a relatable character. But now they're actually starting to give her some kind of like depth and I don't know. You'll see later on they do really good with her character's stuff. I forget the word I'm looking for. My bad. My bad.
What elephant?
Mom's new job.
It's time.
Okay. So I'm 90% sure at this point that this trailer is basically just a whole bunch of cutscenes, or maybe that's not even the right word, but I'm like 90% sure none of this trailer is going to tell you the arc of the movie or anything like that. It's just like, okay, well, here's a couple scenes that are like bits of information about the movie, but nothing about the story or, what the challenges the family is trying to face are. So, also, I'm going to go out on a limb and say the dudes that are trying to improve the image of the superheroes, those dudes are actually the people that are somehow going to be screwing them over. Bet you money. Bet you money.
To make some wrong things right.
Alright, and that's the other thing. You know you've made it when not only do they pay you to be in their movie and do the voice,
Things right. Things right.
but then they also animate you into the movie. That's pretty dope. All I'm saying. All I'm saying.
Help me bring supers back into the sunlight. We need to change people's perceptions about superheroes, and Elastigirl is our best play. Better than me?
How dare you with your white male macho ass privilege try and say that a white man is the best person to solve a problem. Fuck you. But let's step back a second because while it's dope that they're making a woman the lead, the protagonist, if you will, in this movie, you can already see based off that clip beforehand, further asserting that, you know, you're not gonna really see anything in order, and it's all just like shit mooshed together. At least this movie is like highlighting the point that you got to do things together. You can't like not one person. Like everyone has their role. Everyone is strong at something, but you know, I don't know. I don't I don't get this. I don't get why they're trying to make a point all the time and stuff. Makes I want to see a movie, not get a sociology lecture. So whatever.
Whoa! I like Mom's new job!
Bye, sweetie.
I'll watch the kids, no problem.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it this
I don't
way.
know that way. Why would they change?
I can relate to this. I suck at math. I sucked at it in high school. I sucked at it in college. I still do suck at it in college. And you know, now I can relate. Now there's something that makes me want to see this movie.
Math. Math is math.
Okay,
Math
Dad.
is math. Hello?
Hey, honey. How are the kids?
Everything's great.
That's what I'm talking about. Like this right here. I don't think any like the same way. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the first movie, but in the first movie they did this crazy thing where they zoomed in on the frames and they showed you how they like rendered the individual like the lint on a dude's shirt. It wasn't just like an object, like the lint itself was a combination of objects put together and then rendered into the movie. I'll have to find the link and put it into the description. But this is what I'm saying. Like, look at how much detail they're putting into her character. Her facial expressions are on point. Her hair is not like a solid mass added onto a character. You see individual strands and fluff, and it's horrible. And then just like watch this clip play out. Like watch how she moves her eyes, the way she like her body. I don't know. It's great. Hold up, check this out.
How are the kids?
Everything's great.
She's looking at the father's individual eyes. That's the sauce. Cause like you know there are people that get so pissed off they're like in your shit. Like they're looking through your eyes to find your soul so they can scorch it.
Is she having adolescence?
And Jack?
He's in excellent health.
Whoa! What the?
Num num cookie.
Oh my God!
Cookie.
Wow! Gay!
The way the father looks. That man. They there's some tired people there to do him that well.
That is freaky.
You know it's crazy, right? To help my family, I gotta leave it. To fix the law, I gotta break it.
Okay, this is the one thing I want to rant on. I think there's something to do with the psychology of a mother. They chose well that the mom is the one making that statement. But I am so stoked that it's starting to make it into popular culture. The thought of sometimes you gotta do things considered bad to make things better. Like sometimes you gotta break the law to fix the law. You gotta, like with the nonviolent, peaceful protests of Martin Luther King, right? So we knew those laws were, well, we know now. People back then were racist and what have you, but, you know, we knew that shit was wrong. And they had sit-ins, marches, didn't sit where they were supposed to in the bus, stuff like that. And it's just awesome that we're starting to bring this into our collective conscious through popular culture. And I really hope that this is like the first of many things to get people talking about, you know, not crazy, cringeworthy social justice, but like actual good, you know, what do we need to do as a whole to make sure society is awesome. Because in some ways, I feel like this movie is pandering, but at the same time, maybe that's just enough to like get you into the fact that they're trying to bring up a couple decent points, but it's a kids movie, so they're not really going to go like hardcore into it. I don't know. I don't know. That's just a good sign. I'm stoked on that. So
You've got to, so our kids can have that choice.
Thank you, young man.
Combustion imminent? What does that mean? Ah!
It means fire, Robert.
The Screen Slaver.
I'm like 90% sure this character's name is the Screen Slaver because he like hypnotizes you by hijacking broadcasts, but really this dude looks like Bane in a condom. All right? Boo. Boo hiss. Boo hiss.
Interrupts this program for an important announcement.
Suit up. It might get weird.
I'll be there ASAP.
Where you going ASAP? You better be back ASAP.
Final thought. I don't know why that wife has to be so bitchy. Clearly she knows that he's a superhero and he like saves people's lives and what have you. So why you gotta be that way? Why you gotta nag at your husband? Why can't you just be like, oh my gosh, thank you, honey, you're saving lives, woohoo! Makes no sense. Anyway, so if you enjoyed that or if you hated that, let me know in the comments down below. Don't be afraid to like it, to subscribe. Subscribing would be cool because that's kind of why I'm doing it. It's sure not the money. And then ring that bell. Ring that bell if you want to know when I go on another rant like this, because there will probably be more. All right. Have a good one.